Hello everyone, the Kentucky Patriot here, out on the range today. Going to try the Sinter Fire 9mm. Many of you requested that. We've done it a while back in 40. Ammo has been really hard to come by, starting to be more readily available. I knew nothing about these rounds, never heard of these rounds, and my wife happened to find them in 40. I know several of you asked about 9, so here it is in 9mm. And I still don't know a lot about these rounds. I'm not real familiar with them, but after testing the first rounds in 40 caliber, these are indeed a hollow point, but I think they're similar to like the RIP rounds or the Liberty Special Forces rounds, where they have a core that penetrate. But this is what I can find out about them, what I understand. They are a fragmenting round, but it says lead-free for reduced ricochet, so they are advertised as self-defense, hollow point. These are 100 grain, 9mm, Sinter Fire rounds in 9mm, and we're going to set it up something similar to Paul Harrell's meat target. We're going to have some denim. We're going to have some beef ribs that are pretty hardy. They are thawed. They're not frozen. And then a water jug, and we will see how these fragmenting rounds, hopefully we can find the core. We'll see how they perform, and we'll see what we can find, and we'll see how they do against the meat target. And beautiful day here out on the range here in Kentucky. So let's get to some shooting. The gun today will be the Canik TP9 SF. Don't have a whole lot of experience with this gun. Don't have a whole lot of experience with Canik. I have fired a Canik before, and I had a buddy that was wanting to sell this to buy another gun. So far, I really like it. 4.5-inch barrel. This will be our test gun today with the Sinter Fire rounds, and let's see how she does. Canik, 4.5-inch barrel, 9mm, Sinter Fire, denim, water jug, meat target. Let's see what happens here. I know some will probably say I should have got closer. Some will say I should have got further away. I tried to find a medium distance, what I think would be a typical self-defense round, but even at that, I got splattered. If we're just shooting water jugs in the summer, like the 454 or a shotgun, you get water spray, great. But when it's cold out and you've got meat splatter, it's not as cool. So I did get some splatter, but no big deal. But anyway, typical entrance wound right here. You can see. Let's see what happened to the ribs. Got all kinds of leaves on it here. There's the entrance. Looks like may have got a little bit bigger as it came out. It did hit a bone there, kind of grazed this bone. I do feel some bone fragments there, fragmentation a little bit there, mostly meat. Here's the interesting part. I was really kind of surprised at what it done to this water jug. And you can see some fragments here from the actual bullet. So that is really cool. I mean, I hope she can catch that on camera. I don't know if I'm holding this right, but you can actually see where it's fragmented. I've got one of the fragments here. It's almost like a little tiny bird shot, like from a shotgun, a small number 8 or something. That's really cool. I'll be honest, I was not expecting that. I really wasn't. And got some meat here, but it looks like we have a complete pass through in the back as well. And of course, 9mm doesn't have a whole lot of recoil anyway, and shooting it out of a bigger gun will reduce it even further. But those are only 100 grain, but the recoil was, I didn't notice any at all. Very, very light recoil. I can't tell if this is part of the force or if that's a fragmentation. I don't know. But here is the ribs in the back. Pretty good wound channel there. I kind of pushed the meat out of the way. Pretty good wound channel. I may set this up and try it again. This is very interesting results. I was actually not expecting that kind of devastation to the water jug with those rounds. People have different opinions about fragmenting rounds for self-defense, but in 9mm, I use them, I'll be honest with you, and I do probably what a lot of people frown upon, but I still alternate ammo. I still use the hollow points, but also use fragmenting rounds as well. But anyway, I'm gonna set this up and let's try this again. Now I know some of you's already pounding the keyboard about me alternating ammo. I've explained that in older videos, why I do what I do, but I may go over it again one of these days. I know somebody's gonna say, I should have done this, I should have done that, I shouldn't have used this meat, I should have, but we're just out of trying to have fun today, and I'll get to that in a minute, and just trying to test these the best we can. I use the same pieces of meat, the ribs, and the same denim setup, the same water jug setup, except this time I put another jug behind it because I want to see if I can catch the core of it, and then I want to see if we can replicate and duplicate the results we got from the first round. So again, let's try it again. Let's see how she does and how it performs and what we can find out here. I hit real close to where I did the first time. It's the same piece of meat, like I said. I do have other ribs, but I'm gonna try to make another video with a shotgun here in a minute. But anyway, entry, pretty much the same as the other. Here's the same piece of denim. Entry, pretty much the same as the other. I'm very impressed because you know water stops bullets, and look at all this fragmentation in there. You can see these little pieces of bullet, that water. There is the pieces of fragmentation from that round. Here we find the back, look at here. And I have not touched this. This is where it hit, and you can see ribs fractured everywhere. A lot of sharp shards of ribs, so a complete pass through for sure. This was the round earlier. This one hit a direct rib. This one kind of went between the ribs. You can see the ribs, so this one kind of went more between them. This one absolutely hit this rib on the back and absolutely pulverized it. I'll be honest with you, and I'm just an independent channel. I'm not sponsored. I'm not here. I'm not paid. So I have no reason to say anything good about a round or bad about a round. I just try to let you make up your own mind. But I will throw my opinion on this. When I tested them in 40, I won't say I was disappointed, but I wasn't all that thrilled. I mean, okay, I'm not saying it was a bad round, good round, whatever. If you can get them. That result's available, use them. But I am so far, like I said, I'm new to Sinter Fire, but so far I am very impressed with this round and the results we've got today. Of course, here is the 2 rounds. One now and one from earlier. And here is the water jug in the back. And I know I see 2 holes, so I knew it was a complete pass through, but I thought we'd find some fragmentation in here, which we didn't. So my takeaway from today is pretty much, and you can't hang your hat on the test results from one video, one day at the range, but that kind of devastation on a water jug, I know what you're going to say, well, it's just one water jug, but water stops bullets. So when you have that kind of devastation both times in the center of the meat target after passing through denim and after passing through ribs, that's pretty impressive with that kind of energy transfer. Then what really impresses me is it went through completely the second jug as well. And it's a fragmenting round, so you're kind of getting a lot of that fragmentation, which is going to really be a pretty nasty wound channel. Well, then, let me take my glasses off. Well, then, you still have penetration, because a lot of these guys rest their hat on you have to have X amount of penetration. I get it, if it don't reach the vitals. Now, you're probably just getting the center of it, the core of it, the mass of it going through, while the others fragment, like I said, similar to what the RIP rounds or the Liberty Special Forces rounds. But still to have 100 grain bullet with that kind of results, to transfer that kind of energy after the denim, after the meat, into the water jug, and still have enough penetration. I'm extremely impressed. And these rounds, there is no such thing as cheap ammo anymore. This is a thing of the past. That does not exist. But these are very cheap as self-defense rounds. These are similar in price to what you're going to find target rounds for. So they are a hollow point. So, but don't be confused as to think they're going to mushroom and expand like your typical hollow points, because these are not what they appear to be designed to do. So, but anyway, like I said, I know somebody's going to say, like they have in times past, you say, yeah, blah, blah, Sinter Fire. I know nobody from Sinter Fire. I have no experience with Sinter Fire. These are new to me. So I'm just telling you my opinion from the results today, but I like these rounds very much. And something else, most of you guys are wonderful. Most of you guys have asked for videos like this. You request videos, and I appreciate you so much. You give me great ideas. I love hearing feedback from you. You guys are fantastic. I'm serious. I got a small channel, but I've got some of the best people in the world I've got to meet as friends on here. But I do want to say to those that will come on the channel and say, you talk too much, or hurry up and get to the shooting, or whatever. I try my best to bring you information to let you know what I'm shooting, what the target is, what we're trying to find out, what we're trying to test. And I'm not saying, hard luck stories, because I enjoy doing this, but it's not as easy as just going out to the range and making a video. I have to drive several miles to get here. We have to get somebody to watch our kids. It's a beautiful day. The sun's shining, but it's 30-some degrees. I think it was 38 degrees when we got here. And a lot of channels, they have sponsors. I do not. So we buy the ammo. We have to supply the meat. And it's not just when we get here. It's not just we start filming. We have to load everything up in the SUV and drive it up here. We have to fill up water jugs. It's cold out here. And I don't have a camera crew. My camera crew is my wife. And she spends her time coming up here to help me to bring you these videos. So we're not a professional channel. We do this because we enjoy it. So, please be patient. Now, we appreciate constructive criticism. If we can do something to improve, we appreciate that advice. But just as far as the meat target's wrong, the denim's wrong, the water's wrong, blah blah blah, give us some constructive criticism, give us some good advice. But if you're just a negative Nancy, and and I don't mean to be critical, but a lot of times people that complain the most and gripe the most, and I don't have a Patreon, I'm talking about me, but they don't give to anybody else's Patreon accounts. They don't help the 2A community in any way. They don't have a video system set up on YouTube where they go out and they try to do, and they just sit around and criticize others. So anyway, don't mean to end this on a negative note, because I enjoy what I'm doing. But like I said, if your comment is something like, you talk too much, or you use this, or you're a shill for Canic, or you're a shield for Sinter Fire, or blah blah blah, I promise you, my small channel, I'm not making millions of dollars to shield for anybody. Nobody's looking for me to say something on this small channel that's going to really increase their business. So anyway, appreciate you. Wish you and yours the very best. May God bless you. Love these rounds, by the way. If you're interested in these rounds, just check them out. Maybe at your local store, or maybe I can do some more testing. I like to try to find some in 45 to see how they do. But if I can find that, I'll try to bring that to you. And I don't want to end this on a negative note, where if you have a comment, if you have a question, if there's a video you want us to do, if there's something we can do better, let us know. But I think you know the people I'm talking about. But may God bless you. The Kentucky Patriot, signing off.